Let's see, starts with exponent properties. This is all new stuff. You got 3 sections, new sections on the quiz tomorrow. Okay? 2, I think. 2 or 3, I don't remember.
So there's 5 sections total.
Yes. Well, whatever there are here. 1, 2, 3 old sections, and 1, 2, 3 new sections. Correct. If you don't want to, it's optional. If you're happy with your previous grade, what I would do for the quiz tomorrow, do all the new sections, go back and do all the old sections, because it's not going to hurt your grade if you do bad on the old sections. Okay? Never hurts your grade. All right, number 9. If I don't have an exponent with the number, it's the number 1. I have an exponent outside parentheses, so what do I have to do? Yeah, think of it as distributing, even though it's technically not. So I'm going to multiply the exponents. So 3 to the first, 1 times 3 gives me, bless you, 3 cubed. X to the negative 3 times 3 is negative 9. Y to the 5 times 3 is y to the 15th, and we can never leave our answers in negative numbers. So 3 cubed, if you want to multiply it out, go ahead. Otherwise, you could just leave it as 3 cubed. X to the 9th on the bottom. Yes. And then I have y 15. Hang on a sec. What? Yeah, I can't leave a negative exponent in my answer, so I just put it on the bottom. Okay. Number 10. Let's see, what's 16 divided by 8? 2. It's division, so what do I do with the exponents? So I have negative 7 minus negative 3. C to the 8 minus 4. So I get 2a to the negative 7 plus 3 is negative 4. C to the 4th. And I can't leave negative answers in the exponent, so I have 2c to the 4th on top, a to the 4th on the bottom. Grandes? My first hour had trouble yelling at me and stuff that they couldn't remember the properties. Oh my God. Properties on your note sheet. See, the properties of exponents, the properties of rational exponents. So I told them they can use their note packets on the quiz.
They know.
Well, it's not a matter of anyone needing to know or not. It's just I don't think you guys can handle remembering all those properties. So I think I'm going to let you use your note packets tomorrow.
I'll consider it of you.
All right, number 11. In the numerator, I have to multiply the exponents because it's outside parentheses, right? So x to the 0 times 3 is, y to the 2 times 3 is, and then nothing to do with the x to the 4th, y to the negative 1. So I have to subtract exponents here. X to the 0 minus 4, y to the 6 minus a negative 1. I'm going to put this in a fraction because I already know the x has to go in the denominator. X to the positive 4. 6 minus negative 1 is 7. Okay. Are we good? Good so far? Number 12. Let's see, this has an exponent of 1. So I gotta multiply I gotta multiply every exponent, don't I? Because it's outside the parentheses. All right, so this is gonna equal 5 to the 1 times 2 is 5 squared. X to the negative 2 times 2 is negative 4. Y to the 3 times 2 is 6. X to the 7 times 2 is 14. Okay, I only have the x's to deal with, right? 5 squared, you could either write 5 squared or 25. At y is easy. Y to the 6 stays where it's at. Now I'm going to do this x off to the side here. So I have x to the negative 4 minus 14, which is x to the negative 18. So where's it going to go? Bottom. And that's my answer. Number 13 is the same deal. I got to multiply every exponent, right? Okay, negative 2 times 1, 3 to the negative 2. Negative 2 times 1 is negative 2. Oh, sorry. 0, which is just, what's y to the 0? 1. Okay. I got to flip everything, don't I? So 3 squared or 9 goes in the bottom, x squared goes in the bottom, and I'm going to put that one back up on top. Okay. No, you can leave it as 3 squared. That's fine. I'm not testing you on whether you can multiply out exponents. Questions, comments, concerns before we go on? All right. That was exponent properties. That was with whole numbers. Now we deal with rational expressions or exponents, which are fractional exponents. That was this is 6.4 part 1. Let's look at number 6. This is a good candidate to group your variables and number, isn't it? Yes, it is, Mr. D. What a great idea. All right, I have 6 times 4. Then my x's, I have x to the 3/4 times x squared. Y to the negative 7/6 times y to the 1/3. I'm just grouping my same basis. Guys, we haven't even gotten into algebra 2 yet. All right, 6 times 4, 24. Okay, 3/4 plus 2. I would use your calculator. Good. 3/4 plus 2. Hit math, enter, enter. 11/4. x, the 11/4, and y to the negative 7/6. By the way, that's over 1, right? So we're going to have a bigger negative number than a positive. So the y is going to go in the bottom. Is it 5/6? Be negative 7 divided by 6 plus 1 divided by 3. And hit math, enter, enter, and I get 5/6. You are correct. And that's my answer. See how easy that was? You think? Is it really that hard? Number 2. I have to distribute that. This is so scary. Okay, x to the 0 times 7/3 is x to the 0, which is just 1. We could just kind of ignore it, right? 1 times y to the 6/5 times 7/3. 14/5, good. Y to the 14/5. And you can leave it like that or just put y to the 14. Either way. Um, 3 cancels the 6 is 2. 2 times 7 is 14. 5 times 1 is 5. I can't cancel in your head first. It makes numbers way small. Huh? Yeah, the easiest way for you guys, the calculator. Hit math, enter, enter. And then, yeah, put it in your calculators and smoke it. Uh-huh. Here, you can do it in your head. Just make them smaller numbers. So I'm taking 6/5 times 7/3. I make the number smaller. 2 times 7 is 14. 5 times 1 is 5. I do this in my head. I am not. I'm really old and have Alzheimer's. I don't know why it's so difficult for you guys to do this. Let's do some on the back real quick. We got to do at least 2 more. Okay, now remember, if there is no exponent there, what's there? 1. So each one of these has an exponent of 1, correct? The 2 and the b. Okay, so I need to change it to exponent form. So I have 2, the exponent is my numerator, my root is the denominator, the numerator is the exponent. So here's my base, b, my numerator for the fraction is the exponent, 1. Oh, I forgot there was a 4 out there. Oh, well, that's okay. We'll get to it. And then my denominator is 5, and I didn't see that 4, so we got to multiply each one of those by 4, so we have 4/5 and 4/5. Okay? Should we do another one because I screwed it up?
Yes.
All right, number 6, there's an exponent of 1. What's the root if there's no number there? 2. You're good. You guys are right. Okay, so I'm gonna just do the parentheses first. Okay, raised to the 9. All right, so I have x, numerator is 1, Numerator is 1, the root is 2, x to the 1/2. Now I have to distribute that 9. So this equals x to the 9/2, y to the 9/2. Yeah, I could probably do that in my head. And then we had simplifying the radicals. Again, if there's no number in the radical, what is it? See, you guys all got that right. Okay, what's the square root of 32? This is 32 to the first, right? So it's 32 to the 1/2. Guess what? 32 is not a perfect square. What's the largest perfect square that's a factor of 32? That's right, 16 times 2. Okay? So I have the square root of 16 times 2, x to the 4th, y to the 7th, z squared. Remember that's a 2. Now I can do the square root of 16, which is 4. The square root of 2 needs to stay underneath the radical. If you want to put a 2 there just to keep yourself organized, go ahead. Okay, what about x to the 4 divided by 2? Yep, no remainders. Y to the 7 divided by 2 gives me 3, but I have 1 left over, right? And z to the 2 divided by 2? Z to the first. Comprendes? Should we do another one?